Welcome back, loves. It's Tilly Storm, and I am recording this podcast from Vegan Summerfest in Pennsylvania. Can you believe that? Pennsylvania, not a place I ever thought I would have gone before, but this is actually my second time because my man does a event here every year, and it's just a really fun time to meet with other like-minded people. So I'm enjoying being here in the cooler weather than Florida for the summertime. And right now, we're going to be talking about the 4 ways that awakening your senses is going to help you ignite your desire, get your mojo back, help you manifest more money, all of those things. So if you are a woman who is feeling like, I wonder where my mojo went. I used to have it. I really want to get it back. And I feel a little bit of a stagnancy in my business. Things aren't really going how I'd like them to be. And you're not making the money that you want to be making. Maybe you don't have a business, maybe you're in a career and you're just not making that money that you know that you deserve to be making at this point. Then I want you to tune in because I'm going to share with you all about 5 senses. I actually have a practice in the 5 days to epic pleasure and passion training that you can download at the link in the show notes that will walk you through a 5 senses awakening practice for your morning pleasure ritual. So you can go download your 5 senses awakening practice at the link in the show notes at the 5 days to epic pleasure and passion training. And I want to invite you, if your mojo is something that you're really struggling with and really wanting to get back, you can book a mojo reboot call at the link in the show notes. So stay tuned for the entire episode and I'll tell you more about what all that call is going to entail. All right, loves, enjoy the show. Welcome to the Multi-Orgasmic Millionaire Podcast, where sexual liberation meets financial empowerment. Join me, Tilly Storm, top 20 sex coach worldwide, on my own journey to becoming a multi-orgasmic millionaire through the mystical art of sex magic, financial savvy, and guidance from my very own mystical yoni oracle. I'm going to reveal how I'm turning orgasms into cold, hard cash. Get ready to dive deep and discover the secrets to living a life of abundance on your own multi-orgasmic terms. Welcome back, loves. Today we're talking about the 4 ways awakening your senses is going to ignite your desire and help you manifest more money, more freedom, more whatever it is that you're really wanting to manifest. So the first way that awakening your senses is going to help you get your mojo back is heightened present moment awareness. I'm going to break this down into the impact that heightened present moment awareness is going to have on your mojo and your libido, and also on your business. So for your mojo and libido, awakening and tuning to your senses obviously gets you in the present moment. Now, this might seem intuitive to you, but it's actually been shown time and time again that it's impossible to not be present when all 5 senses are activated. So if you sit here and just do this little exercise with me, if you're driving, you can do it as well. But just being aware of what you see. What do you see in front of you? And then taking a moment to really notice what are the sounds that you hear, or the tone of my voice, the frequency of the sounds. And then just noticing what you actually feel on your body. Maybe it's just the weight of your body on the seat that you're sitting in, or if you're out and about walking around, maybe just noticing how your clothes ruffle against your skin or something like this. And then just noticing for a second what you smell, and then noticing what you taste in your mouth. And now I want you to really just sit in that and all 5 senses, bring them all online right now for just a moment and just notice how present you actually feel. So now that you start to see how being in tune with all 5 senses heightens your present and moment awareness, how does it actually impact your libido? Well, your mojo, your libido, whatever you want to call it, the thing inside of you that really has an urge for sexual expression that really helps you feel alive inside. It is the present moment that helps you experience that. And the present moment helps you to connect you to sensate focus, which is just your ability to perceive what you actually feel in your body and where. So sensate focus is the number one skill to develop to take your sexual experiences from just ordinary, everyday sexual experiences to holy freaking shit, like how did that happen? Like how is that even possible to feel that much pleasure? Oh my God. So sensate focus is the skill that takes pleasure from just to holy fuck, right? So obviously, for most people, this isn't everyone, but for most people, when sex is more pleasurable, they want it more. Now, that's not always the case. That's a topic for another podcast. But when you are working on present moment awareness by activating all of your senses, it has this effect of making life more pleasurable in general. So, how does that affect your business? Well, being more present and aware in your business or your career, if you don't have a business, it just helps you to slow down. It helps you to take stock of who's running the show. Who is running the show? Is it your anxious self? Is it your younger self who learned that this is how you do business? It's all about numbers and it's all about strategy. And, there's no room for anything else, right? Well, as feminine leaders, I've personally learned that that doesn't work. Yes, it's part of the puzzle. Absolutely. Having strategy and containers to support your creativity and flow is very important and essential. But sometimes we can go overboard with that. So it's really about taking a step back to be present and aware of who is showing up right now in your business. Your inner feminine leader, she knows how to lead in a powerful way without leading you to a state of burnout and stress. But it takes a commitment to be aware and in tune with your body by becoming aware of all five senses in the way that I just showed you in order to get the feedback from your body that you really need to make the best decisions in your business or career that you need to make. So the second way that awakening your senses is going to help you ignite your sexual desire and help you manifest more money is increased pleasure. So how does increased pleasure boost your libido? Well, the best sex happens when you aren't thinking about it. So if all five of your senses are activated, you are in the present moment, which makes things way more pleasure filled because you are no longer thinking of all of the things that you have to do on your to-do list or whatever other nagging little thoughts that you generally have in sexual experiences. So when we aren't so stuck in our heads all of the time because we're present and in the moment, then obviously things are more pleasurable. And more pleasure often increases your desire for sex in the first place. So how does increased pleasure impact your business or your career? Well, when you're doing things that you truly love, when you're living your passion and working, and it feels like no time has gone by because you're enjoying what you're doing so much, it's so pleasurable that you actually stop aging. So if you, for example, are doing a coaching call with a client and the session is an hour and a half long, but when you get off that session, you're like, oh my God, that felt like 5 minutes. When you are so in the zone, you actually only aged the amount of time that it felt like you were in the zone, right? So if it only felt like 5 minutes, but it was actually an hour and a half, you really only aged 5 minutes. So when things are pleasurable, you are obviously more creative and productive and you stop aging so much. And this in turn obviously attracts more clients or more revenue, more money into your endeavors. So the third way that awakening your senses ignites your desire and helps you manifest more is reducing stress and helping you relax. Okay? So how does that boost your libido? Well, in the five senses awakening practices that I give clients, It actually has them activate their smell, touch, sound, taste, and sight, obviously, which helps you not just relax your body and your mind, but it actually puts you in a what I call a yoga nidra state. Maybe you've never heard of the term yoga nidra. It's actually a form of yoga. It's kind of what people call yogic sleep. It's just a state of conscious relaxation that is somewhere in between being awake and being asleep. So kind of that limbo place. But basically, you just lie down in a comfortable position while you're progressively relaxing the body and the mind using body scanning techniques, breath awareness, and visualization techniques of that are taught in these practices, right? So since we know that stress is the number one killer of libido, I'd say that awakening your senses then is obviously a powerful antidote to stress and therefore low libido. Okay, now how does reducing stress and helping you relax impact your business or your career? Well, obviously, top performers know that you can't run a business on fumes for very long. You can for a period of time, but eventually it crashes and burns, and you get so stressed out, burned out. It happened to me that you just can't operate in the same way anymore. So, if you're stressed out and having a hard time relaxing, it's probably time to slow the heck down. Call on your five senses to get you in the moment, be aware, and come back into a regulated state where you can make better decisions and delegate to people more effectively. When you're making better decisions and delegating and stop trying to do all of the things yourself, oh my goodness, then you're going to feel way less stress. Big lessons that I learned in business, that it was so hard to begin hiring team after losing my team several years ago. I've just started hiring people again, and it's one of those lessons that I've personally had to learn. That has been a really, really tough one because I'm someone who's done it all. I know how to do all of the things, and I do them really well, actually. But, letting go of that control and letting other people do things for me and delegating is part of what's required for me to get to my next level of financial success and abundance. So, the fourth and final way that awakening your senses is going to help you ignite your desire and help you manifest more money is embodied confidence and energy. How does feeling more confident and energized affect your libido? Well, I think that one might be pretty obvious, but feeling more in tune with your senses is going to boost your confidence and energy levels because you're not spending it in anxiety. You're not losing it all in depression. You aren't in these dysregulated nervous system states that drain you of energy, that zap every life force out of you. It feels like when you've got nothing left to give, at the end of the day, that's likely because you haven't been spending a lot of time of your day actually present in the moment. So when we use our five senses, activate those five senses, we actually come into a more regulated state where we have more energy. And because we have more energy, we feel more confident. It changes our body physiology. And the hormones that help us to feel more confident, like testosterone, for example, when we're really working with our nervous system and regulating our hormones, then we will notice a huge difference in our confidence and energy levels. So how does that impact your business? Well, obviously, increased confidence and energy means that you can probably be more productive, that you're probably more magnetic to the people around you. People can feel when you aren't confident. People can tell from your copywriting or your live events, or maybe you don't do any type of online business, but maybe in your career, they can tell when you're at a meeting that maybe you just don't come off as a confident person, or you don't seem very magnetic to people. When you feel confident and energized, that is not the case. You become magnetic. You become that light that everyone's like, wow, what's it about that lady? I wonder. So obviously, when you feel more energized and more confident, you're going to desire more sexual experiences. and you're going to be rocking it in your business way more than you would otherwise. So that, my loves, wraps up 4 ways awakening your senses is going to help you ignite your desire and manifest more money. And if you enjoyed this, then I want to encourage you to book a Mojo Reboot call. What is a Mojo Reboot call? Well, this is a call where we really get to dive into what's keeping you from experiencing the desire, the libido that you want. If you are someone who lacks desire, you don't initiate very often, you feel too drained and tired throughout the day to care at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night after the kids go to bed or whatever to initiate anything sexually. And you're always turning your partner down because you just don't have the oomph, the mojo to get you there. Let's talk about why that might be. So you can book your Mojo Reboot call at the link in the show notes, and I will see you there. All right, bye.